A real-time attendance monitoring system or RTAMS is a technological solution designed to record and track attendance data as it happens. This system is commonly used in workplaces, schools, to streamline attendance management, enhance security, and reduce administrative burdens.
The objectives of this prototype is to provide a computer-assisted process for attendance monitoring, monitor students who are frequently absent, and minimize and address absences.
So let's move on to the graphical user interface. The first one is login screen. The purpose of login screen is allows the teachers to enter email and password to access the system. The second one is attendance tracking section. The purpose of this is it records the attendance details including the time the students logs in and logs out.
System description section provides an explanation of how the system works and how students interact with it. A text area explaining how students log in using their ID numbers, how attendance is tracked with time in and time out, how the graph shows attendance trends for the entire week, key features like real-time attendance tracking and the ability to view past attendance data.
The third one is user-friendly design. Overall aesthetics, the GUI or graphical user interface is designed to be simple, clean, and intuitive to ensure ease of use for students. It uses colors green for present and red for absent, makes the graph easily readable. Navigation buttons to toggle between the different sections is like the login screen, attendance tracking, and the graph. The fourth one is attendance summary section. The purpose of attendance summary section is it displays the overall attendance of the students for the current day.
The weekly attendance graph visually represents student attendance data for the week using a bar chart. Each bar corresponds to a day, with the bar divided into two segments. Green shows the number of students present that day. Red shows the number of students who are absent. The chart also includes labels at the bottom for each day, and a legend explaining the color codes, green for present and red for absent. This graph provides an easy-to-understand visual representation of attendance trends, making it simple to compare daily attendance. Interactive elements like hover effects or clickable bars could offer additional detailed data for each day.
This code performs user validation when creating a new account in a basic registration form. This code do number 1. Input validation. This code checks if any of the required fields, text box 1, text box 2, or TB pass are empty. If any field is empty, it displays the message, fill out all inputs. Number 2. Password matching. If the password tbpass.text does not match the confirmation password, text box 2.text, it shows the message password not matched. Number 3. Email validation. The code calls a function named validate email to check if the email textbox1.text is already in use. If the email is found to be used, it shows the message email has been used. Number 4. Successful registration. If all validation pass, the sign up user function is called to save the user's information. The field pass are the email textbox1.text, password tbpass.text, and full name txtfullname.text. After saving the data, it displays the message account successfully added.
This code log attendance details into a database, ensuring data integrity by using parameterized queries to prevent SQL injection. It also provides user feedback for success or errors during the process. This code do first retrieve inputs. Student ID is taken from textbox1.text. Student name is fetched using the getStudentName by ID function with the student ID. Second, database connection. A connection to MySQL database is established using MySQL connection and connectioning string. Third, SQL query preparation. An SQL query is defined to insert data into the TBL attendance table with fields name, time in, date, and instructor name parameters. Add with value assigns values to placeholder, name, time in, etc. Using student name for name, LBL time.text for time in, label 8.text for date in, and label 4.text for instructor name. Number 4, execution. The CMD.execute scalar function executes the query and converts the result to an integer. A success message or successfully timed in is shown. Number 5, error handling. If an error occurs, it is caught and displayed in a message box with the error details. Number 6, the last step. The text box 1.text is cleared after processing.
This code provides a simple login system that validates user credentials and opens another form, which is Form 2, upon success. It also handles basic input validation to prevent empty submissions and displays appropriate error messages for invalid attempts. This code can, number 1, retrieve inputs. Username is taken from textbox1.text and trimmed of any leading or trailing spaces. Password is taken from tbpass.text and trimmed similarly. Name is initialized as an empty string, presumably to store the full name upon successful login. Number 2, input validation. Checks if either username or password is empty using string that is null or empty. If any field is empty, a message box prompts the user to enter both values, and the function exits with return. Number 3, user validation. Calls a function validate user to check if the username and passwords are correct. If valid, the current form is hidden, and the new form is displayed. If invalid, a message box shows invalid username or password. Number 4, set username. If validation succeeds, the name value, likely retrieved during validation, is set in Form 2.label4.text.
This code defines an event handler for a checkbox or checkbox 1 to toggle whether a password in a textbox control or TV pass is displayed in plain text or hidden using system-defined password character. Here what it does. Number 1. Event handler. Private sub checkbox 1 check change. Sender as object. This method is executed whenever the check change event of checkbox 1 is triggered when the checkbox is checked or unchecked. Number 2. If checkbox 1 check is equal to true, then checks if the checkbox is checked. Number 3. Actions based on condition. If the checkbox is checked, TB-pass system password character is equal to false. This disables the password masking, allowing the user to see the password in plain text. Else, if unchecked, TB-pass system password character is equal to true. This enables the system-defined password masking, hiding the password behind characters like. Number 4. Handles clause. Handles checkbox 1 check change links the check change event of checkbox 1 to this method.
This code handles the event when a link in link label 2 is clicked. When it does, the current form is hidden and Form 4 is shown. The application connects to a MySQL database, retrieves attendance data for the instructor specified in label 4.text, and displays the results in Data Grid View 1 on Form 4. Number 1. The database connection. Using connection as new MySQL connection, which is connection string, opens a connection to the MySQL database using the provided connection string. Number 2. The SQL query. The query retrieves specific columns which is name, time in, time out, date, instructor name from the table. TBL attendance, where the instructor name matches a parameterized value, which is the instructor name. Third, parameterized query. cmd.parameters that add with value, which is instructor name, label for that text, the label for that text value, which is presumably the instructor name is used as the parameter value for instructor name. This approach helps prevent SQL injection. 5. Data reading. Using reader, cmd.execute reader executes the query and retrieves the results into a reader. Form 4.datagrid view1.rows.clear clears any existing rows in the datagrid view1 control, while reader.read loops through each row is the query results and adds the retrieved data to datagrid view1. Number 6. Error handling. Catch X as exception. Catches and exceptions that occur during the database operation and displays an error message using the message box that show. Number 7. Resource management. The use statements ensure that the database connection and other resources, which is MySQL command and MySQL data reader, are properly disposed of after use.
This code is an event handler for when a user clicks on link label named link label 1. When the user clicks on link label 1, the current form is hidden and the another form, like form 1, is displayed. This is commonly used for navigation between forms in a multi-form application. Number 1. Event handler. Private sublink label 1 link click send as object as link label in click event args. This method is executed whenever the link click event of link label 1 is triggered. When the user clicks on the link label. Number 2. Hides the current form. Me hide. This hide the current form. Me refers to the form in which the event handler exists. Number 3. Shows another form. Form 1 shows. This displays another form like form 1. It assumes that form 1 is another form already designed in the application. Number 4. Handles class. Handles link label 1 link click. This link, the link click event of link label 1 to this method.
Private subtimer clock tick. This declare a private subroutine name, timer clock. These are standard parameters for event handler in Visual Basic. They represent the object that raised that event and the event arguments respectively. When the timer clock control ticks, that timer clock subroutine is executed. This subroutine updates the label time label with the current time and the label 8 label with the current date.
If you click the logout, it will hide the current form and automatically log out the time sequence form wherein you time in and you time out.
Hi guys, good day. This is our system, or we called it the RTAMS, or the Real-Time Attendance Monitoring System. First, we need to input some email and some password. And if gusto mo makita yung password mo, just click the show password and click login. And a message box will pop up and it says invalid username or password, meaning na hindi ka pa naka-login or naka-sign in. Just click OK. And meron dito tayong option, login or sign up. So we need to sign up para tayo ay maka-sign in. Click sign up. And form 2 will show and it says, welcome, let's create your account. Meron tayong full name, email, password, and confirm password. Input lang natin ang full name ni professor. And this is exclusively for professor's accounts only. So, kunyari, ang name ni professor is Juan P. De la Cruz. And his email is admin, password, and let's confirm its password. And click sign in. And a message box will pop up and it says, account successfully added. So, meaning, naka-sign in ka na. So, click OK, and if you already have an account, click login. And try natin ipasok ang account ni professor. His email is admin and his password is, let's show it, root. Okay. And click login. So, we're here in the main form, which is dito na tayo magta-time in and time outs para sa mga students natin. This form is for students only. Okay? Papasok natin ang kanilang school IDs. And dahil bago pa lang ang account ni professor, we need to input sa database ang mga detail ng mga students natin. So we need to go to database. We need to go to the table students and the student ID of the students. Example. And the name. We need to add some 5 students. Add. And if we already account some ID para sa mga students, we need to back sa ating main form. Mag-sign in pa tayo ng school ng mga students. Okay, successfully time in. Successfully time in. Successfully time in. And successfully time in. And if they want to time out, input lang din uli natin. Time out successfully. And para makita ni professor kung sino na yung mga nagta-time in and nagta-time out, we just need to click this icon, the check attendance. Click that and it will pop up na si Manuson Darwin ay kung anong oras siya nag-time in, kung anong oras siya nag-time out, kung anong date yon, at kung anong account ang naka-sign in sa ating system, which is siya si Mr. Juan P. De la Cruz. And click this icon to back on the main form. And yeah.
To show the visualization of the overall attendance of the week or the recent day, we just need to click the data charts. And then, makita na kung kailan ba ang mga students na pumasok or umabsent. sa mga araw na to. Pwede rin makita kung sino ang mga possible absence and the presence.
Pwede nang mag-time in and out ang mga students. And if the class is ended, we just need to click this and mapupunta ka na sa ating first form, which is the login system. And another. Para sa another class or another professor, magsasign in uli sila. Just click login and magtutuloy-tuloy uli. And that is our system, which is the RTAMS, the real-time attendance monitoring system.